Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the absolute most fascinating micro-battles of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. You know, Group J really isn't just your standard knockout group. It's the ultimate clash of global football cultures, totally contrasting tactical philosophies, and some incredibly high stakes. We've got the defending champions, a highly structured European powerhouse, explosive African flair, and a genuinely historic underdog story, all colliding in just 3 match days. It's gonna be wild.
Here is the agenda for our breakdown today. 1. Welcome to Group J. 2. Argentina's title defense. 3. The battle for second. 4. Jordan's historic debut. And 5. Predictions and final verdict. Let's get right into it.
Now, you might be wondering, in a group featuring the defending World Cup champions, where's the actual drama? Well, it's easy to assume the story is all about the champs. And sure, Argentina acts as the Goliath here, no question. But the true tactical tension, the real betting angles, and the absolute nail-biting drama, that actually lies in the dead heat race right behind them.
To put this into perspective, there is a massive disparity in global standings that perfectly sets up our 3-tiered battle. You've got the Kings and Argentina sitting pretty at ranked number 3. Then the contenders, Austria and Algeria, are incredibly closely matched at 24 and 28, basically a coin toss. And finally, the historic debutantes, Jordan at 63. This specific gap in the rankings literally sets the stage for the dynamic of every single match we'll see in this group.
Moving to Section 2, Argentina's title defense, the Kings of Group J.
38. Keep that number in your head because it's woven through this entire campaign. That is Lionel Messi's age during this tournament. As he orchestrates his record 6th and almost certainly final World Cup, the stakes for his legacy literally could not be higher. Plus, he's currently just 3 goals short of breaking Miroslav Klose's all-time World Cup goal-scoring record. Now, he isn't the player covering every single blade of grass anymore. Actually, scratch that, he's more like a visionary orchestrator these days, just waiting for the absolute perfect moment to strike.
But hey, it's definitely not a one-man show. Lionel Scaloni's squad boasts a devastatingly cohesive attack built on a really unique foundation. Think about guys like Julian Alvarez, Thiago Almada, Nicolas Gonzalez, Giuliano Simeone, and Nahuel Molina. They all share this deep club-level familiarity developed under Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. Because of that, their pressing structure, their movement, and their combinations already look like a finely tuned club side rather than your typical international team that only gets to practice together a few times a year. It's a massive advantage.
And this club-like chemistry completely fuels Scaloni's fluid adaptability. Let's walk through the 4 steps of their tactical pragmatism. First, they build patiently from the back through their center backs. Second, they push those fullbacks extremely high up the pitch to create width. Third, this stretching allows Messi to drift right into the central half spaces, those super dangerous gaps between defenders, to just pull the strings. Finally, out of possession, they seamlessly compress into a disciplined 4-4-2 mid-block. It basically builds a wall in the middle of the pitch, letting them dictate the flow of pretty much any match.
All right, on to Section 3, the battle for second, the contenders fighting for survival.
This is where things get really spicy. We've got 2 completely different footballing philosophies colliding within the exact same formation. Both teams roll out a 4-2-3-1 setup, but Austria relies on highly structured European discipline under Ralf Rangnick, while Algeria, managed by Vladimir Petkovic, brings this explosive transitional flair that's completely designed to punish teams on the counterattack. Same shape on paper, totally different vibe on the pitch.
Now, to really understand Austria, we have to talk about gegenpressing. If you're not familiar, this is a tactical philosophy where a team tries to win the ball back immediately. We're talking within 5 seconds of losing it before the opponent can even organize their shape. It's like a swarm of bees. It is incredibly physically demanding and requires exceptional fitness, coordination, and positional discipline. And under Rangnick, who literally helped pioneer the system, Austria is going to unleash this relentlessly.
28. That is how many years it's been since Austria's last World Cup appearance, way back in 1998. Talk about a massive drought, but their return absolutely isn't an accident. It's the direct result of deliberate long-term investment in coaching education and the massive influence of the Red Bull football ecosystem, which has nurtured so many of the stars they're fielding today.
Standing right in their way, though, is Algeria, a nation with a serious history of giant slaying on the world stage. Back in 1982, they pulled off a historic upset over West Germany. Then in 2014, they took the eventual champions, Germany, to the absolute brink in an unforgettable round of 16 run. Now, making their return after a 12-year absence, they're bringing all that emotional weight and history straight into their opening match.
And those historic ambitions? They're powered by a wildly explosive attack loaded with European club pedigree. We're talking Riyad Mahrez, the creative genius on his farewell tour. You've got Mohamed Amora providing just lethal pace, Ibrahim Maza bringing tactical sophistication from Bayer Leverkusen, and Rayan Aït-Nouri making world-class overlapping runs from left back. This is a unit that is going to severely test any high defensive line, and that means Austria better be ready.
Okay, moving to Section 4, Jordan's historic debut, playing for pride and history.
Let me tell you, the story of Jordan is basically a fairy tale. For years, they'd come close, but just fall short. But recently, they've evolved into a true football project that has completely reshaped their image. This whole transformation went into overdrive with their incredible run to the 2023 Asian Cup final. That gave them the belief and the tactical maturity to finally secure World Cup qualification under the pragmatic coaching of Jamal Salami.
If you're watching Jordan, keep your eyes glued to Mousa Al Tamari. He is the undisputed leader of the squad, bringing genuine European-level pace and creativity. Jordan's game plan is going to rely on a super disciplined, compact 4-4-2 defensive block, staying really tight to deny any space, just frustrating technically superior opponents. Then, the second they get the ball, boom! Rapid counterattacks launch directly through Al Tamari's direct running.
Finally, Section 5, Predictions and Final Verdict, the Matchday 3 Climax. So here's the massive curveball. The new 48-team format completely changes the math. Under these new rules, the top 2 teams advance, sure, but so do the 8 best third-place teams across the entire tournament. This expanded format totally flips the incentive structures, the betting odds, and the tactical approaches for that pivotal Matchday 3 clash between Austria and Algeria. Simply put, finishing third is no longer an automatic death sentence.
Now, based on squad depth and tactical coherence, our projected final standings look a little something like this. We expect Argentina to sweep the group with 9 points. Austria is projected to edge into second with 6 points, leaving Algeria in third with 3 points, and Jordan eliminated with 0. But, and this is a huge but, pay super close attention to that Matchday 3 game between Austria and Algeria. An Algerian victory right there could entirely flip those second and third place outcomes and throw this whole projection into absolute chaos.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. Because third place now actually offers a lifeline, imagine a scenario on the final match day where a strategic draw benefits both Austria and Algeria, depending on the goal differentials over in the other groups. It's exactly this kind of high-stakes, tactical chess match that makes Group J so insanely captivating. The Kings are chasing history, the contenders are locked into tactical war, and a debutante is quite literally living a dream. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and enjoy the matches.